What is the circumference of a circle? Suppose we have a circle and the radius of the circle is, let's say it's r, okay? And if we take a string, this is a string. If we take a string and if we round this string around this circle, then the length of this string that covers completely around this circle, that wraps around this circle, will be the circumference of this circle. Let's say that the length is L centimeter. So if we take this string, if we round it around the circle, and then we try to measure that what length actually covered this whole circle, and let's say that comes as L centimeter, then that L is actually circumference of a circle. This is a very basic discussion about the circumference. Okay, now let's do one activity. Let's make this table. Let's draw a table where you have 5 columns: serial number, radius, diameter, circumference, and then ratio of circumference to diameter. What you have to do is, we draw a circle of radius 3.5 centimeter. That means if radius is 3.5 centimeter, diameter will be 7 centimeter, because diameter is what? 2 times radius, right? So diameter is 2 times radius. Therefore, if you draw a circle of radius 3.5 centimeter, that means its diameter is 7.7 centimeter. Now, you take this string, okay? Now, if you wrap around this circle, the string, then the length that will cover this circle, that will wrap around the circle, will be actually 22 centimeter. Okay. Now you have to take the ratio of circumference, this one, and the diameter, the value that you have calculated here. So in this particular information that we have here, the ratio comes as 22, that's circumference, divided by this 7, that is, this is the ratio, okay? And if you simplify it, if you solve it, then it comes as 3.14, okay? It comes as 3.14. Similarly, you repeat this activity second time. This time we have taken 7 centimeter. The radius of circle is 7 centimeter. Therefore, diameter becomes 14 centimeter. And then if you take this string, you wrap around this circle, then the circumference, that is the length of this string that will cover the circle, comes as 44 centimeter. And now if you take this, if you divide this circumference with the diameter, that is 44 over 14, it comes as 3.14. If we proceed on, okay, and if we take different values and if we record the data like that only, what we have discussed so far, then you can notice one thing. You can notice one thing, that every time when you are calculating the ratio, then what's happening is this ratio of circumference to diameter is actually coming, mostly it's coming 3.14. Here it is 3.14. Here is 3.14, 3.14, 3.2 and 3.13. Mostly it's coming around 3.14. Okay. Now, if we denote circumference by, let's say we are denoting circumference with C and the diameter by small d, that's capital C, that's small d for the diameter, or even you can, if you want to take the capital, doesn't matter. This circumference divided by this diameter is actually coming as, if you ignore this decimal point, after this decimal point, whatever integers are coming after decimal point, if you ignore it, it's actually 3, right? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. For a moment, just ignore this numbers after decimal point. So if you look at this C over D is equal to 3, what's coming as, the circumference is actually coming as 3 times D. It's approximately, we are ignoring these values, that's why we are saying approximately, but it's for sure that it it is 3 times of this diameter. Okay, it's approximately around 3 times of diameter, right? So this one. Now, if you take this ratio, that is 3.14, 3.14, 3.14, then actually this ratio of circumference to diameter is actually what this value is coming is, this ratio is known as pi. Sorry, pi. And we denote it in this way. This is pi. And what's pi? The ratio of circumference to the diameter. And its value is approximately around 3.14 or the same 2207. I'm again repeating, what we derive from this data is that if you ignore the numbers after the decimal point, then what it's telling is that the circumference to the diameter is actually equal to 3. It means that circumference is somewhere 3 times of diameter. Now, the ratio of circumference to diameter is almost coming equal every time. 3.14, 3.14, 3.14, 3.14, 3.2 and 3.13 again. So mostly it's coming around 3.14. This ratio, this value is actually what? Pi. And it can be either 3.14 or you can say 22/7, right? What does that mean? It means that, let me have some space now. It means that circumference the ratio of circumference and diameter, this is C, this is D, is actually what we are saying? We are saying this pi. And that means that your circumference comes as, that is C comes as pi D. That is circumference is equal to pi times D. How? We'll cross, if you cross multiply this, cross product gives you circumference is equal to pi D. So either you remember this formula, C is equal to pi D. You can remember this one also, that C divided by D, that is circumference, divided by diameter, that is this one, is actually equal to pi. Okay, you can remember this one also. And if you look at this particular formula, that is C is equal to pi D, that is circumference is equal to pi diameter, then what it's giving us, what's D? Diameter is actually what? 2 times of radius, right? Diameter is 2 times of radius. This we have learned in our earlier class. So if you look at this formula, then C comes as what? C comes as pi and D is what? 2 times of R, right? Radius. So this gives you C is equal to 2 times pi and radius. So this is another formula. C is equal to pi D, C over D is equal to pi, same thing, and from this we can derive C is equal to 2 pi R, right? So this is about the theoretical portion of the circumference of a circle. Okay, so it's better that you do this activity at your home and then you can derive this one thing, that the ratio will be around this one only. Okay, now remember this formula and just let's quickly solve one problem, and in our next video we'll discuss more about problems on circumference of a circle. What is the circumference of a circle of diameter 10 centimeter? Take pi is equal to 3.14. Now what's given here? Circumference is what? Diameter is what? Diameter is given as, if you take it D, diameter is given as 10 centimeter. Okay, so if diameter is 10 centimeter, then if you know the formula, it says what? C is equal to pi times diameter, right? Or C is equal to 2 times pi r, that is radius. So if d is equal to 10 centimeter, what does that mean? That means your radius, that is r, your radius r will come as d divided by 2 centimeter. And why? Because diameter is 2 times of r. So diameter is 2 times of r. What does it tell us? It tells us that r is equal to d over 2. That's what we have done here. So 10 over 2 gives you what? 5 centimeter, right? So radius comes as 5 centimeter. So either you can use this one or you can use this one. Whichever formula you want to use, you can do this. Since here diameter is already given to us, so quickly put these values here. So C comes as pi is how much? 3.14 times what's diameter is 10 centimeter. So your circumference is actually equal to 31.4 centimeter. This is your circumference, right? So this was a very basic problem. Just wanted to explain you that how you will use this formula of c is equal to pi d or c is equal to 2 pi. Okay, so in the next video we are going to discuss more problems on circumference of a circle.